kick out with my right, coming in, extend the knee so that I don't drop and just put it here, but I extend the knee, then I drop. Okay, watch that one. Up, out, in, extend the knee. You see where my hands come? They come right across next to my body. I do a double punch. Sit back, sit down, and hands go for the ride. When I turn, what happens? And I lift up, my hands go for the ride. I need balance. Left foot, left hand up. Now this one, Serpent, you have just kicked out with your left. You make your hook, you come down here. So how do I know where to come down? I had to train myself. The position of the toe is important. So after you kick out with your left, you bring it in, you have to be able to extend that toe by mentally knowing that the toe should be in line with the heel. So this is not in line with the heel, right? And it would throw your alignment off. So after you kick out and you figure out at home, the toe then, after you kick out, should come down and it should be in line. And what are the feet? The feet are parallel. It cannot swerve out. Otherwise, you're going to hurt yourself or your serpent will not come out comfortably. After you get that position, you're coming, you have your hook hand and this hand that's parallel, and you're coming down and you're dropping on this posted foot. You're dropping down here. So this has got to be semi-weightless, but of course, there is some weight. You come down. As you come down, the body comes down, the foot naturally comes down, right? Comes down, posted heavily on this foot. This is the halfway point when the hands go down to the fingers. Fingers go down to the bottom of the tile or floor. Then at this point, you're going to swerve out on your heel towards the left. And this, I call it like a suspension right here. This is the stuff that balances you because there's a counterbalance. This hand is forward, this hand is back, and it gives you support. At this point, you're straight up. You're not leaning this way or any other way. It won't work. It'll make it harder for your golden cockerel. At this point, you then think about how you're going to shift your weight, come up, and be a golden cockerel. Okay? Now, serpent the other way is a little harder. You're going to have to plant that foot, probably just straight down, but hoping that when you turn this way, it's in line. It's sort of in line for me. I feel comfortable, okay? You split again. You drop on that opposite foot. The foot drops. Halfway, the fingers are down. You then pivot on that heel and favor your right, the opposite way. You extend the hand in the back rather than keeping it to your hip. You shift your weight up, and you're up like this. Then I say extend the knee. I want the knee extended rather than just drop down. So you're like this. You extend the knee, drop down, you hold your ball, and then me your journey too. All right. So let's start with the hardest movement. Let's start with serpent and what we mean about putting the toe in line with the heel. So just that element. If you put your 2 feet on 2 different lines, okay, and they're parallel, okay, and they should be a block away, you stand firmly on your right foot, okay, which will be the opposite of what I'm doing when you face me. You put your toe to the heel and you drag it straight across. That is where the toe should be after you kick out with your left. It should only be on its toe and it should be parallel. So I'm going to turn this way. I'm going to be like you, 2 feet on 2 different lines. I'm going to firm down on my right. I have just kicked out with my left. I bring it in and I come down. Do you see that I'm kind of split, but I'm still pretty much shoulder width away? But I'm on my toe, and I'm also parallel. I can be on my toe and not be parallel, and that already I feel a little stressed on my knee. So make sure that the toe comes down. The toe comes down in line, and then you check it, okay? And then it's parallel. Then you come down on the posted foot, but the other foot also comes down. You bring your hand down to the middle of your body, fingers are down. You pivot on this semi-weightless foot on your heel. Pivot out, veering to the left. So when you come into this position, your back foot is like a 45-degree angle, okay? Like a bow stance. Then you're going to shift your weight and come up. Is that right? This way. Okay? A little awkward. We are pretty much straight ahead. We're going to kick out with our left. Therefore, our right takes all the weight. Left hand on the outside, left foot coming out. Out, in, down. So what is down? Parallel feet. Down in line with our heel. So you're going to have to work at it at home. But at the same time that you put this guy down, you have a hook hand and a parallel hand. So the hook hand, 4 fingers are around the thumb. The parallel hand is almost like how you would brush your knee in that position, parallel and higher, my sense of parallel. And you're on your toe and you're asking yourself, are your feet parallel? Are your feet parallel? Then you come down, you drop down. Show me how you drop down. What happens to that front foot? It also comes down. Up, down, halfway. When you're halfway, this guy feels like it needs to come around and hook like this. The hook then turns upwards. Well, the left hand comes down, and this is my halfway point, where all my fingers are pointing down to the floor. Show me that part. Okay? The right hand starts to extend, pivot on the left foot, and you sit this way. Extend yourself, extend yourself like this rather than keep it here. Extend yourself just the way you parted the wild horse's mane. You extended yourself. You extend yourself. Then you shift your weight to the front foot, of course, and you come up as a golden cockerel. Put your toe down in line with that heel after you pivot, and your left hand now becomes the hook hand. But is your toe in line with your heel? Yeah. Mary, yeah. If your toe is in line with your heel, you're able to split out. Posted foot is now the left foot. Drop down. Halfway, fingers are facing the floor. Turn and swerve out to your right. Set, extend those hands. Shift your weight up, golden cockerel. Then down with your heel, and you're going to hold the ball and move out into another movement. Okay. It's not easy to do. It's not easy to teach. It just compounds. So I think we just skip it. How's that? No.